Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is...
All right, Larry, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the San Antonio Marshals and the New England Patriots. That's fielded in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It is picked up by the Patriots. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right at the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way. A lot of people call a toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Their big tight end. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
Brandon, a lot of times coaches see these situations present themselves on film. But how often do they actually call it? We just saw it here. And what an end result. A huge touchdown off of a terrific call.
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
This is a young man who has a lot of quiet confidence in his abilities. He won't shout it from the rooftops, but if you ever talk to him, you sense it, and you start to get it. In fact, I asked him about his mobility, and he said, well, I did run for over 1,500 yards in college. That was an easy answer from him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Second down, 9 yards to go. Nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Frankly, man, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Pulled in at the 24. Excellent return that time. 26 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. Screen pass, good for 5. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
Second down now after the pass completion. They'll come out in the pistol. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And a look at the defense now. Down and 4.
Let's go. 1, 9.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. So now comes the offense back onto the field. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan in there on that first drive.
Sometimes it actually serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Wide 20. Wide 20.
Dalton throwing it. The slant pattern here complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
380.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He's got time. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And now a peek at the starters on the defensive side. The offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Blue 10.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? That's going to get there. Down he goes. Vernon Butler. He's the one to get it, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So they bring out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet on before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Another carry now for Gurley. Oh, he knocks him over. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Tom Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Here we go. Man 38. Man 38.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Man 38. Man 38.
Play clock winding down. Now Gurley stays on his feet. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage. I really liked what he did there.
Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Blitz coming and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
So you were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully take the field.
Well, just something to build on there. That's what they're looking for here. Dalton. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
380. 380.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Blue 10! Blue 10!
At the end of one, 7-0 is our score. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's San Antonio football here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Really good, solid run right there. And they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options. And also, it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against.
A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it in. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Let's see what the defense dials up here, 3rd and 4.
This was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And wow, fortunately, he was able to get it back, but it's left his guys in a bit of a hole here. They're backed up deep to start this drive.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2nd down following the run.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And blocked down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So it'll be 1st down here after the run.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Then after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Toss. And he's taken down at the 43, but not
appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. A good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Evans comes in motion right. Time running out here on the play clock. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. Calling no game that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, the defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they look at their offensive line and say, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Quickly here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And the seemingly endless drive continues.
Let's go. Let's round.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed them to get through for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw here. Incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
His kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. I feel like we just ran a marathon. That was a long drive. They probably wanted 6 if they're going to go that many plays.
And there were no checkpoints, no watering stations, nothing like that, right? Terrific job by the offense because not only did they possess the ball for that long, they wore down the defense. That could pay dividends later.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The New England defense gearing up to take the field. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and let them roll downfield and put the ball through the post for a field goal.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it third down. And quickly, they get to the line. Third down from the gun, Dalton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Dalton, first and 10. He's got time in the pocket. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. A very solid gain of 27. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. And the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards. And now first and 15. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Another chance for Dalton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. This will be Dalton again. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is when the running back dropped down.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And it'll be Dalton again. And this is going to be incomplete. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, at least they won't take a goose egg into intermission as they do carve out 3 points here in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Yeah, it hasn't really been the greatest of first halves. They've looked out of sync, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But a field goal here at least gives them some momentum as we tick down toward halftime.
Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, look at the juke. Out come the Patriots. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try to add to your lead, but a mistake there have to change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. And they're going to speed things up here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got it, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Flex round! Flex round!
first down. Steps away to his left. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Patriots had a great passing game going last week, but haven't put up the same type of numbers so far. The Marshals defense obviously has something to do with that and should be credited. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Third down at the 47. Defense will win the battle and get the sack. This goes for a loss of 9. Patriots take over late in the second. The catch is made in double coverage, and he'll end up picking up 33 yards on the play. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Gillette Stadium for the start of the second half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The one running back is Gurley. They'll drop the throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And it sets up a third down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that, I think that was his primary target.
I don't think so, either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even add a little extra at the end with a short run.
You got right. You got right.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. They'll look to throw here. And fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They'll look to throw. And he's blocked it out. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack. And it's a run downs. And a D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback overloading the O-line.
And I would love to know, we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want, they go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Zebra!
They'll run the option left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense have felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
4 down. Hey, there you go. Wide, get wide.
They'll give it to him right off the bat. And nowhere really to go there. They'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So this is the 2nd consecutive week as you look at the numbers that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And these numbers showing up on the screen, that's why he's their star. They kept him down for a little bit, couldn't keep him down for a full 4 quarters.
And what they were hoping for was a half of a game. And if they could have shut it down at the half, they had done their job. But as you mentioned, a full 4 quarters, and the best, they always brought them one run away from changing the momentum or breaking something big. And we're starting to see that here in the second half. But we stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play of who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play, you did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Leading to 10 yards in the fullback. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw him up and get the 1st down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. They come out here in the eye. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
2nd down, 8. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Come on, let's go.
They'll look to throw. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same play out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style. We actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And Pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Here we go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Left side, Williams. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time.
He's in. Touchdown, Patriots. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward there.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often. They want to reward him for all that good blocking he does as well.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. This offense ready to take over again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now will be 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that's the way you often control the game.
Here's Dalton. Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. And that brings up fourth.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he's fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A beautiful fake. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Patriots take over. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football.
Come on, let's go! 190!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Cuts it out to the sideline. A good play there for New England. 40 yards on the ground.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside back to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
3 down, 3 down. Come on, let's go! Brand 38!
He'll set up a throw. Can't find anyone open. Throw right side, complete to Williams. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes make one step to the outside and break it inside. Really well run route.
He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this game. Poor punter. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. So, hey, listen, there's something like there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
1st and 15 here behind the chains. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up and making sure it was a catch.
Surveying the field. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Here we go, D. All day. Zebra. Zebra.
Fourth down here. It's Dalton. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
And they pick up the first down on a fourth down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on third down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. That is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give a little bit of help.
It's second down. Dalton Wilkin finding time. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So third and goal, the defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Try it here. He's back to throw. He's got time. Look at the time. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Patriots get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
A gain of 3, second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up to the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
In motion right is Evans. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Here we go! Ryan 38! Ryan 38! Here we go, Watch one. Watch one. Hey, tight.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Clock's running down, and on the ground they go with a running back. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. Winding down. And they'll go on the ground. And he's got the first as they bring him down at the 28-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Here we go! 38!
And to give this time to the tailback. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why their points up on the board. And right now, it's like give the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing if we're on the field.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You have to love and admire the effort because he almost broke free in the backfield, but you also have to love and admire what the defense did. Swarmed the play and made sure he couldn't get anywhere. A loss of yardage.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
I think he might have been a little bit too focused on turning upfield. He didn't stay in bounds. He caught the ball, but he wanted to catch it and run, get that rack yardage so badly, he forgot to stay in bounds first.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the the interception.
And here now the offense heading back out there. They lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
That was him. Down lost the football. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
It's an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
3 down.
They come up in an offset eye. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught for a touchdown. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock gets all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for New England, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
Don't make me beg.